Oh, hello, you wrong'un. You just knew I was going to give you my opinion. You did, surely. Thank you to the Black Belt Barrister. Link is in the description. I would suggest that you go and watch Daniel, the Black Belt Barrister. He's seen the judge's order and has said that Alex Belfield was ordered to pay Jeremy Vine in the recent civil case £10,000 in damages. And everybody's turning around going, only 10 grand, 10 G's, is that all? Well, you've missed it. I mean, I know I keep telling you that I'm not going to join the dots for you, unless you've got no crayons, but the dots need to be joined. And I'm just going to give you an insight so that you can join the dots. I don't have to. I already get it. So you're thinking, 10 grand, is that it? That's not much. He's got 400 grand in champagne sippers. You've missed it, man. You've completely missed it. What is this? What's 10 grand? It's the key to open the floodgates. So I'm very quickly going to give you some background and context, because not everybody gets a chance to watch all of Black Belt Barrister's videos, not all of my videos, but when you can, you'll pick up on them. So I'm going to give you some context around what has happened, and then I'm going to tell you why and how you've missed stuff. You've missed the big, big, big stuff. And I'm just going to Janet and John you through the whole thing in this very quick video. So Alex Belfield was convicted of stalking BBC Radio Northampton's Bernie Keith, videographer Ben Hewis, simple stalking of Jeremy Vine and Philip Dehaney. Now, whilst you're listening to this, just remember, Alex Belfield told you, fighting for free speech, obviously his, not yours. It was all a witch hunt. It's a witch hunt. Infamy, infamy. They've all got it, infamy. He was being persecuted. At his trial, he said it was a witch hunt and he was being persecuted. And in essence, he was telling you he was the victim. Now, Jeremy Vine's barrister at court last Thursday said Belfield made false allegations in 9 YouTube videos and 8 tweets published 2020, between May and August of that year. They were entirely false, according to Jeremy Vine's barrister. And Jeremy Vine was also made deeply upset and anxious by the defendant's harassment of him, and he became concerned for the safety of his family. I'm going to ask you a really simple question. If you were being stalked and harassed like this, irrespective of who you are or what you do for a living, what would you do? Is it go around, kick the door off the hinges and have a quiet word in his shell like? What would you do in the same position? Put it in the comments below this video. Jeremy Vine described the harassment as like an avalanche of hatred you get hit by. And absolutely Olympic level stalking, even for broadcasting. Now, I've been in broadcasting for 45 years and I can corroborate that. There's some weird and wonderful people in broadcasting. And if ever the stories came out, it would make your hair curl and change colour. The defendant's defamatory allegations struck at the heart of the claimant's long-standing reputation for integrity and probity in his work as a journalist. Now, I'm going to repeat that. Why? Because you need to hang on to this till we get to the end of the video, because then the whole context will be yours. The claimant's long-standing reputation for integrity and probity in his work as a journalist. Now, following the issuing of these proceedings, I'm going to make another video about that, because young Alex was given a metaphorical legal slap by the judge, who told him to get his house in order and get it all sorted, because the judge was giving him leeway and the defendant, Alex Belfield, was taking the mickey. And was told as such in a legal way. Of course, you know, judges don't sit there and go, oh, you're taking the mickey, mate. They don't. And also remember that Alex Belfield had to pay 20 grand on account, because I'm sure there was a little bit of nervousness from either the representatives or the legal eagles or even the court, that either he was going to say, I've got no mate. Because he told the original trial judge he didn't have the money to hire a barrister. He didn't have the money. So the court appointed a barrister for him. Didn't have the money. He's got 400 grand in champagne sippers. Didn't have the money. So he paid 20 grand on account. There you go. There's the cheque. 20 G's. So the defendant's counsel representative, and all barristers talk with a posh voice. My lady, on behalf of Mr. Belfield, I wish to associate myself with everything that has been said by counsel for the claimant. Mr. Belfield never had any basis at all to make the false allegations of dishonesty against the claimant, for which he is responsible. Do you want me just to extrapolate the man's on the street version of that? No basis in truth. No basis at all for what he was claiming. The false allegations of dishonesty. And nor was there any justification for his harassment of the claimant. So I'll remind you. Belfield accepted. Now, these are out of Alex Belfield's mouth. He's not been, I presume, coerced or told, or it's written for him. He, with his brief, has come up with this, and he signed this off. These are his words. Belfield accepted the defamatory and serious harmful allegations of dishonesty which he made against Jeremy Vine are entirely false. Falsehood. You know what that is, don't you? It's a lie. Lying. I'll give you the Oxford Dictionary version of falsehood. Entirely false. Falsehood. In just a moment. He wishes to apologise unreservedly, publicly, for the damage and distress caused to Jeremy Vine and his reputation by his publications, and express his profound and unreserved regret for all of the harm for which he is responsible. So basically, Alex has taken his actions, his responsibility. We don't know whether that's his probation officer has said, look, Alex, you've got to start and do this, man. There's got to show some contrition. Otherwise, you're never going to get out. So he's gone, all right, okay, I regret all the harm for which I'm responsible. And also, everything that I said, allegations of dishonesty, entirely false. So the three things you are going to get from this video. 1, 10 grand damages. You think that's not much? I'm going to give you cost versus value. That's coming. I'm going to go to the elephant in the room, because there's a lot of people online, a lot of his fans saying, oh, a rapist would have gotten less. I think you'll find that is utter bunkum. And I'm going to explain it for you right now. And we'll get to what actually, the whole wind-up of the court case and what it means. The 10 grand damages, what it means. It's not 10 grand. It's not. Cost versus value. So, he got a bigger sentence than a rapist. Let me tell you that Alex Belfield was in court with 8 claimants. 8. He was found guilty on 4. As I said at the beginning of the video, 12 weeks for Jeremy Vine and Philip Dehaney. 2.5 years each for Bernie Keith and Ben Hewis. So I've looked at the sentencingcouncil.org.uk. And this is what they say. The defendant in a rape case could be sentenced to between 4 and 19 years. To a maximum of a life sentence. So remember that Alex Belfield, 8 claimants, guilty of 4. So if you're saying that he got more than a rapist times 4 would have gotten 16 years to a maximum of 76. So let me do the maths for you. 16 years is 3 times the sentence that Belfield was given to possibly 76 years, which is 15 times more than Alex Belfield got. So please don't be saying, oh, he's got more than a rapist. No, he hasn't. He's got infinitely less. 3 times less than the minimum sentence and 15 times less. It could have been for somebody who was the defendant in a case like that, could get 4 life sentences. So don't. Please. Another IQ point and you be your lamppost. It's not anywhere near. He was found guilty times 4. And that is from the sentencingcouncil.org.uk. We wonder, if this was an appeasement of the parole officer and the parole process. So let's get to item number 3. Alex Belfield, admittance of falsehood. Entirely false. So let's look at the Oxford Dictionary for the word false. Falsehood. Falsehood is a noun. Means a lie. The plural of falsehoods. Lies. Lying. So Alex Belfield, from his own mouth, has admitted that he is a liar. Entirely false. A lie. He lied, admitted that he lied, and told the court it was a lie. So which bit of lie don't you understand? Is it Swahili for something else? So item 3, admittance of a falsehood. Where are the days of honesty, integrity and decency? Where have they gone? Why did he find himself in this place? Is it just something that tripped off his tongue after a couple of vodka and tonics or something? And then he just wouldn't regret it? There was no contrition? There was no understanding of his actions? Well, now he's being made responsible for them. And I want to get to the 10 grand in damages. I said to you at the beginning of this video, cost versus value. Now, the cost monetarily is 10 grand. But the value is the ruination of a self-admitted liar. Falsehood, no basis in truth. This might be 10 grand to you. Now, look, you and I will admit, if I asked you to come up with 10 grand a day, you might struggle a bit. If you're lucky enough to be able to go to the bank and sign a cheque, brilliant. But 10 grand is still a lot of money to either a king or a pauper. But that's not the value of it. The value is the ruination of him professionally and personally, because everyone can now hold him up as a self-confessed liar. Nothing more, nothing less. But that 10 grand is the key to unlock the door, the absolute floodgates, because you think that that was the only case he's going to face? No. The DC in the case is being supported by the Federation, the Police Federation. They're going to have him in court next. And do you think there's going to be others? Oh, you bet your sweet bibby. So 10 grand, you're saying it's not much? Just watch this story, get your popcorn, because it's not going to stop. There will be others. Mark my words. And 10 grand will be nothing. But you don't know how much he's had to pay for his legal costs and Jeremy Vine's legal costs. Do you? You will find out. December 2024. That's why Champagne Sippers completed their accounts in January 2023. Because now they don't have to submit their accounts until December 2024 at the latest. I mean, it should be January 2024, but it can be delayed all the way up to December. So it's still easily 18 months, but just 6 months before he comes out of jail, he will still be inside. So that's my explanation to you. 10 grand, you're saying it's nothing? I think you'll find it so much more than that. The key to open the floodgates, and it's all coming. My name's Adrian Allen. Thank you for your likes. Please press the thummy thing if you feel so inclined. Don't forget the subscriptions. Don't forget to ding the bell so that you know when another video is coming. Most of all, thank you for your indulgence, and I'll see you in the next video.